What is TMS? TMS is a non-invasive brain stimulation technique to modulate brain activity. Now, give me a second to move around my screen here a little bit. This is what it looks like. You see the chair with this card next to it. There are three major components. Number one, this box here is the electric pulse generator, that is also called the stimulator. Number two, here in black, that's the magnetic coil that actually goes on top or above the brain. And the number three is, the cooling unit, which is an essential piece of equipment because it prevents the whole system from overheating. Now, it is a very powerful and in some ways intimidating piece of hardware. And I wanted to, demystify the technique a little bit and just to give you a better grasp of what it actually does, without boring you with the physics of it. Think of a wireless phone charging device. Many of you might have such a device at home. You plug it in, it's usually a circular base, and just by placing your phone on top of it without a wired connection, your phone is magically being recharged. Now, what is happening behind the scenes is actually the same principle that is also used in TMS. So let me debunk this here for a few minutes. The basic underlying mechanism is that you have the base, the charging base here on the bottom, and then also called the transmitter coil, and then your phone, the receiver coil. Now, if this base is plugged in, there is electric current flowing in circles, and if that happens, following Faraday's law, the current flowing in a circular direction, that will generate a electromagnetic field visible here in these light blue circles. Now, if that happens, the electrons that are trapped inside the phone are actually sensing that magnetic field. They start to flow inside the circles. And that flow of electrons powers your phone. Now, let's translate that analogy to TMS. In TMS, we're talking about transcranial, trans through, and cranial, the cranium, the skull. Same approach, right? We place the coil under one on the head. The electric current, you see the coil is shaped also, it has two circles. The current flows in the circular direction, and that will create this perpendicular electromagnetic field that you see here in like the dark blue dashed lines. And that magnetic field penetrates the skull, so transcranial, right? And in the brain, that current actually activates or depolarizes neurons that are located right under the focal point of the coil. And in that location, if a lot of neurons are activated in a synchronized manner over time with repeated session, this, we assume, will lead to enhanced neuroplasticity. That means that the synaptic signaling will be improved or optimized. There might be excitatory neurotransmitters like these molecules in purple that will be increased in quantity, or there will be new ion channels popping up in the synapse. And that is the assumed mechanism of function of TMS, neuroplasticity.